Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and wish you a good day, a good new moon in Gemini. There is this sun and moon that are crossing this great portal of the Pleiades that are coming in alignment with the great ALCYONE, the great central sun. So during this day, and I'm going to read some cards for the next 14 days, but during this day and the next few days, it's very important to be attuned, to meditate, to be receptive to the energies, for there will be download that will come from the Pleiades. Pleiadians are great healers that will be on the frequency of violet, ultraviolet, and magenta light. So be open to receive this light and allow this light to transform you. Ask that a pillar of light be descended on you, golden white light, and that all your chakra be cleansed from the roots to the navel, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the communication, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So that your consciousness may be free to experience life beyond the physical realm of the body. And so connect stay connected, stay receptive to whatever life is, to let go of the interference of the ego as much as possible, and trust that life is more intelligent than we are. We have to trust that. I'm going to pull 12 cards about the 12 constellations, 12 houses, and see what for the next 14 days, for when the new moon, we set intention on the new moon, and then the apex comes with the full moon, and then there is an integration through the next 14 days, and then each new moon is the cycle goes on. And so it is important to understand that we need to pay attention to our meditation, to our dream. Everything is given through the third eye, and so it is about remembering our spiritual origin and letting go of all those things in the media that talks about fear and separation. It's a mean of control, and to listen to yourself, listen to the love, listen to whatever unifies, listen to those things that resonate and make you feel good. But we cannot have fear and love in the same time, so we have to transmute. This violet light will assist us in transmuting all those old energies. For in the first house is what is potential, is encountering. It's about, everything is about meeting. When I meet new friends, new business partners, new lovers, anything is possible. So it's all about encountering. For life is made of meeting ourselves, meeting others, and to be complementary, to be everything will be about. So here it's like she's an angel that is coming with something. She's offering this cup. So, and then in second house is in what we call Taurus. Is a consolation. We've been through a very difficult period, but now we have to accept the healing, accept to the completion of the process. And here it is a mother that's like for the babies, or sometimes they get a bit frustrated because they come from the great light where there is total freedom, and then they get enclosed into a little tiny body, and so it can be very frustrating for a great soul when we first enter into this body. Then we get used to it, but so the possibility is the potential is to find this consolation. Then in the third house is in Gemini, is where it's all happening, and there is Mercury and Venus that are also conjuncting in Gemini. Mercury is the messenger of the sun, but it's also it can make us doubt as well. So, but it is the magician, and so when it comes in line with Venus, the great goddess Venus, the goddess of love, she'll tell us exactly what we like and what we don't like, what we need and what we don't need. We cultivate this love, and we integrate it with Mercury, and here we have doubts. For it's not all clear yet, so it's about letting go of many mental processes. And once we let go of that processes, we find the potential. Our soul will reveal to us. We haven't, even if we don't have a clue of what happiness means for us, our soul and spirit already know the situation, can bring everything together for us. If I'm going to sing a song at the end, I will sing a song at the end that speak about this. You can never run after happiness. You have to create the inner condition, and then it comes as a source, as an alignment to match that inner frequency. For what we seek is to find this nirvana of existence, this state of permanence that is beyond the realm of the samsara, the eternal change. For there is hell and the demons and the world of men, and then the world of gods even above. But those are always in transformation. When this state of nirvana, the fifth dimension, for right now we're moving from third to fourth dimension, and the higher self is being integrated, but we eventually want to move into the fifth dimension where we will be totally free from any physical restrictions. And so in this communication, the third house is the communication. We want to stop communicating on doubts, for it is acceptable not to be sure. But doubt may be a dead center still. It's far better to determine ourselves and to communicate about the positive potential rather than looking at, at those things that are still in contrast. In the fourth house, which is the inner world, the innermost, the immediate environment, and here we have the assess, the cheminement. It's like moving step by step. We're being elevated, even if it's not conscious. With progressively, if we tune in and listen to the heart, we are being educated each and every day, and we are being gradually uplifted into the next octave. It is a very slow process. Sometimes we do not see the progress we've made, but there's tremendous transformation that has been happening. So it's this inner this inner elevation. We are being elevated. Then in the fifth house is the passion. It is the heart. It is family. It is children. And here we have family. So it's like our family is our soul tribe. It's those people that are complementing us. It's eventually we'll realize that we are part of a much larger family, both on the invisible plane, the family, the company of heaven, and on the physical plane. There's so many people that we do not know yet that are part of our immediate family, our soul groups, and we'll be able to work together as a family. For the marriage, maybe a human institution. It's like somebody can get married and get a divorce and hate each other for the rest of their life. But family is family. You can never break those bonds. And sometimes people that you were born into a family to transmute also for different reasons. But they may not, some people that may not be blood connected, maybe closer family to you than other people that are more responsive to those new energies. So it doesn't mean to segregate anybody from your blood from your family, but there is a choice in the past that we choose, and we're going to want to choose to surround ourselves with friends and family of people that are aligned with our own frequency of desire. For everybody has different choice, and the spiritual families and groupings will start to, the timelines will start to determine themselves. Just expressing thoughts here, just take whatever resonates. And then in the sixth house is in Virgo. It's what we nourish ourselves materially or spiritually. And here we have accomplishment. So we nourish ourselves from accomplishments. We've done some good work, and now it's so we are harvesting the fruits of that work. Then in Libra, in the seventh house, is all about relationship, partnerships, contracts, agreements, whether it is professional, personal, or even sentimental. And here it's reconciliation. We are able to reconcile ourselves, with our destiny, with many people that will be able to bring this whole thing together, to reconcile, whatever that means. But there is a reconciliation that will allow this a new past. Sometimes there's people that are close to us that we've lost in the past, that will be coming back into our future, that we lost in the past, that coming back in the future, and then other people that will depart for other shores. We have to let them go and allow those new energies to come in as well. Maybe energy from the past or new people. Then from the subconscious, from the depths of the subconscious, in Scorpio, in the eighth house, it's all the things from the root, from the base. We want to clean up as much as possible, clear up our base, because the base is where there is all the challenges, sex, death, money, all those deep things that are confronting us here in the physical realm. And here we have forgiveness that is coming. So we'll be able to forgive ourselves for all the missed opportunity, and forgive others for whatever they've done, even whatever they're doing, for they know not what they do. Like the Christ said, if they knew what they were doing, they would have all those things that are distorted. They would not be doing what they're doing, because there is this great law. They don't know the law. They don't know that whatever you do to someone else is you're doing to yourself. And this, as an eternal being, whatever we do, we always have to harvest the fruits of all our creation. So we want to be in total forgiveness and not to be in judgment, to know there is a divine light within all beings, no matter what they're doing. So and to forgive ourselves for we are not for whatever we think we become. That's what the Buddha said. Our mind we are the product of our thoughts, of our emotions, of our actions, and this is plus the karmic condition in which we came in the cultural sense, but we have a higher destiny, and our true self is a divine being of light, and everybody's got a higher self, even the darkest soul, even those who are doing very dark things, they all have this divine light up there. So it's about, if you cannot communicate with someone on the lower plane, just communicate with their higher self. For all of that is about this communication in Gemini, about the doubts. For there is there will still be doubts, but eventually all things will be clear. The planet will be here, humanity will be free, and we're going to be moving into this golden age. It's just a difficult time for the planet and humanity right now. Yet the planet needs the anchoring of this love and light. For we are the bridge between heaven and earth, and it's like we on the planetary level, it's like we are like cells, and we have all those cells. We're not aware of all those cells. For the planet is far more aware than we are. But it's like sometimes there is this great light that is opening a cell, and then it makes the whole body feels good. Just one cell that's becoming enlightened within our physical body can create this great opening. And it's the same thing on the planet. Every time we cultivate light and love, it assists the planet. What we have in Sagittarius, which is our concern, our law, our philosophies, is requests. So we're making requests that the world may be free, that we may find freedom, that we may be healed. All of that is part of what we have to continue to ask to receive this golden pillar of light, to be ascended, to be in love, to be free, to be joyful, to discover the state of peace and to be free. For freedom is a choice. Again, we ask for it. The more we ask, the more we will receive, and we have to trust that whatever we ask, we'll be receiving. What comes to us from the Great Mother and Capricorn is intuition. Intuition is a doorway. It's a doorway to all the spiritual realm. For all the spiritual realm does not come from the logical mind. The logical mind is practical mind to operate within the world, but we have to balance out both of our brain in order to be fully ourselves. And the door to intuition is a doorway to connect to the invisible realm, to our guide, to our soul, to our creator. Everything comes through intuition, as Immanuel Kant in his beautiful, this amazing the three critics that he wrote. For it's not an easy philosopher to approach, but everything comes through the intuition, which the brain interprets and project in a relative in the way we are able to integrate it. And so be open to your intuition, pay attention to the signs, to the dreams, to the meditation. All is given. This memory of who we are has been returned, has been given as a mirror through the third eye, as a potential. What comes to as a future, what comes in the 11th house in Aquarius, which is dreams, friends, wishes, and here it's patience. For we are allowing to be like to float through the time and to be in divine receptivity for this divine when God wants something. For all of it is just an illusion, a stage that God created for every soul to learn its lesson and play out scenarios. And so we have to tune into this frequency of God. Sometimes it's not easy because God is an eternal being. For it, time space do not exist. There's just personality and consciousness that is growing, and God holds all the mechanism, all the keys, He does all details. There is not a single thing that God does not know and understand. So we have to trust that as much as possible, and to be patient, and also with ourselves and others. And then in Pisces, the 12th house, which is the inevitable, the karma. And here we have the protection, for we are protected. The planet is protected. Humanity is being protected. No matter what it seems to be appearing in the media or even in social medias, there is a protection, there is the company of heaven, there is a supervision of all the past, and so trust your inner self rather than trusting others, and be attuned to this inner guidance is very essential. And the outcome for this cycle of 14 days and then 28 days for this moon is optimism. We're gonna come out of that with a great deal of optimism and a new life that is before us, and there is a new life. So there's going to be a lot of optimism that will be coming as we work to let go of our doubts and move into trust. we have to understand most of humanity, there is many invisible kingdom that lives here, intelligent beings, and most humans think that they are more intelligent than anybody else, more intelligent than any other kingdom, more intelligent than the planet, more intelligent than the sun and the star and the extraterrestrials and the animals and the trees. Well, actually, it's like some humans come to understand there is higher intelligence, there is higher forces. We need to follow the guidance of those who are on the higher planes, and that the earth is not just an object to be abused and to create wars and constant chaos on that. It's just it's an intelligent beings, and we want to. So there's a great deal of awakening to that people are. For a very long time, human communities have used to be aware that the Great Mother, we lived on Gaia, and so she's been abused for a long time. But now there's a great deal of awakening, and as we move from the third to the upper fourth dimension, or from the lower fourth dimension, from this dark conflicting, we move into a light, harmonious duality principle, and eventually will lead us to the fifth dimension. And so it is. That's about what I wanted to express today, and to work with this, to be receptive and open to these great healing energies that will come from the Pleiades, and not to give up social life and this social distanciation. They want people to be afraid of each other. So of course there's people like they're like they cross you, and there's like going against the wall in order to. So if they're afraid, don't make them more afraid. But those who are not afraid, there is absolutely, we need to come together, and we're gonna have to find each other. It's just a great show that is going on. There is the show of God that includes all and that will lead us into the light, and then there is the show of darkness that is trying to take us away from that. So do not be naive in accepting this deception that is being played out in the world of illusion, and tune into this God frequency and let yourself be guided by the love, the light, and the security of love that will be emerging from this connection. Well, I hope this resonated with you. Behind me, this is a painting. It's like an easel. I'm going to do some more of those. It's one of my first. I'm not the first one to do that, but of course there was Magritte and many others, Matisse and so on. But it still needs a red signature. The red signature on the upper right will definitely settle it. It's a very simple painting. It's a tribute to a great painter named Mark Roscoe, which created those amazing. Meditative painting, and this is a very personal theme. It's about the super universe of Orvonton with Uversa at the center. It's a very organic painting with the 10 major sectors. This is like the great Milky Way galaxy with the clouds of Andromedas and the little galaxies around, and we stand in the fifth major sector at the edge of the Milky Way, and a third minor sector in the universe of Nebadon, and here it says Urantia. It's very organic. I really like this painting. It's really beautiful. I like the coloring and trying to vary to create. No matter, even those subjects, I may paint them many times. There is always new ways, new coloring, new aspect to bring forward. For everything, it can never exhaust the creative potential. So I'm going to sing a song that talks about we can never run after happiness. Happiness has to be created from within. And because if we run after it, no matter what comes to us, it is very temporary and it passes. But if we create the condition for happiness within, then all life will come to match that frequency. It's a movie. It's a song from a movie that's very black humor. It's for adults, 18 plus, but it's called Happiness. For those who've seen it, it's very dark humor. I liked it at the time, but I think I sing the song, and it goes like this. It seems the things I wanted in my life I've never had, so it's no surprise that living only leaves me sad. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? When I'm in despair and life has turned into a mess, I know that I don't dare to end my search for happiness. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? Happiness, sometimes I think I see you from afar. When I run to catch you, though, that is not where you are. Happiness, I know I'll get a hold of you someday. Until I do, I know I'll keep on searching every day. Happiness, where are you? I've searched so long for you. Happiness, what are you? I haven't got a clue. Happiness, why do you have to stay so far away from me? Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find my happiness. When I'm in despair and life has turned into a mess, I know that I don't dare to end my search for happiness. Happiness, where are you? I'm gonna get to you. Happiness, where are you? I'll know before I'm through. Happiness, you know you just can't stay so far away from me. Happiness, where are you? I'm gonna get to you. Happiness, what are you? I'll know before I'm through. Funny song, but it's not really. It's about asking God and Spirit and your guides, your soul, to show you happiness. For we sometimes we believe something will make us happy, and then once we have it, we realize that wasn't it. It was the idea of something. But when we receive it from Spirit, there is this great liberation in relationship to that connection with our soul and spirit. And the card of the day is the King of Raphael. Warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Yes, you can trust. Capacity to accomplish many things at once. Give free course to your artistic passion. So here the Archangel Raphael is been accompanied by the great divine Poseidon, the god of the water, who controls all the emotion. Neptune, who controls the dream. Can also free us from all addiction and compulsive behavior. So it is all a process, it is all the time. So be receptive to this new light that comes from Pleiades. Take time to be in a receptive mode and let me know what you receive from Spirit during those times if you care to do so. Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.